Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play the Iron Oath. This is another game from the Steam Game Festival, which is an absolutely amazing event. So let's begin. Now this game is really cool. This is like a party-based, turn-based combat game, and the demo is very heavily focused on combat, which I quite like, so I can immediately show you off good stuff. There's too many, we need to fall back. Get everyone moving, I'll be right behind you. Joran! Joran, we're out of options, we have no choice but to fight. Right, so at the start the tutorial is going to tell us what to do, so we have to do what they say. The green area is where you can move in order to be able to do an action after, and the gray is where you can move without being able to do an action after. On the top you can see the initiative order. You can also choose to wait and go after everybody else. What we're going to do here is, with our leader, is going to use the ability of Return to Cinder, which allows you to mark a vacant cell, and if somebody steps into it, it will do 220 fire damage to them, which is quite nice. By the way, the enemy is quite beautiful. I quite like the way they look. Now we're going to move over here, and we're going to use an ability to push the enemy into the cell, which is going to do some really nice damage. Now, this part of the tutorial is telling us that you can get a flanking bonus if you are attacking an enemy and your ally is on the opposite side of him. Now, I do love about this game is that you get this really cool effect if you manage to kill off an enemy. Any kind of enemy, there's also a slightly different effect. We've got a healing item and a bandage. Agil runs to check on Joran, but it becomes quite clear that he's dead. Eric exhales his head, slowly lowering to pay his respect. He was a good man. Always figured his heroics would be the end of him. Farewell, my friend. You take a long look at the crowd of worn-out faces surrounding you, dozens of refugees scattered from their homes, and all counting on you to keep them alive. You didn't think the job would be this hard, but none of things ever gone to the plan. The one guard should pay us extra for this mess. Let's go. You lot had better not slow us down. We should turn back. We've already lost Joran. God knows what else we'll encounter up ahead. Joran sacrificed his life for us and you want to turn back? Eric sighs, taking a moment to collect themselves. I wish things had gone differently, but let's not waste the chance he's given us. We may not know what lies ahead, but we know darn well what waits behind us. I'm not keen on dying today. The boss has the right of it. We have to move forward. We lowers their gaze to the ground. There's no arguing the point, and they know it. Going forward is the only choice. By the way, our mission is to move the refugees to safety. Now, this is the main map where you can move around. You can either straight up move, or you can choose to scout. Now, scouting will tell you what is on the following hex and on the hex itself. However, scouting costs you time, so you can see the time here, and essentially if you move towards this hourglass, you get a penalty effect. So we're going to scout here because that's what the tutorial wants us to. Which I don't think I scouted properly, but it's okay. Let's just keep moving, it's fine. We're going to check the rubble here, and we can choose on how we want to deal with it. The passage is covered with a large amount of rubble, likely caused by a recent cave-in. We can either move it aside or try to use my mage. She has intelligence 11 and she has 80% chance to blast it with magic, so let's try that. The dust settles to reveal a cleared path before you, and you consider yourself lucky to be unharmed. Let's keep moving. Right, so we're moving straight into the combat. That's okay. We're gonna fight off some wolves. So what we're gonna do here is we're actually going to try to force the wolf to move to this position. So we're gonna try to move a little bit backwards. And we're going to put this safeguard on ourselves. Now what's important here is that you don't gain stamina. Instead, you can use any abilities. But the abilities, you have limited amount of abilities per mission, essentially. So you want to decide whether this mission is important enough to use that ability or not. So these two have a protection. Now, this Rue has some interesting abilities, like, for example, channel for 5 turns, restoring health to himself and any surrounding allies. Taking damage will interrupt the ability. So we're going to do that as well. We're going to take a step back with him, and we're going to use this ability so that he can heal everybody up. Now, my main guy is going to move here, and he's going to place a Return to Cinder to this position, and hopefully the wolf will step on it. We'll see. Yes. So he gets 220 attacked over there. Now, I could move forward now, but instead I think we're going to... Hey, do we want to let the wolves go? I think we're going to guard right now and just let the wolves come closer. And then we're going to attack them because this allows us to heal a little bit. Especially since Ru cannot get hit now because the wolves are behind him. I'm going to place another Return to Cinder over here as I assume that the wolves will go closer to attack me. Yeah. Good. And now my girl can use an attack. Now the wolf has 216 HP. We're going to use the Cleansing Light, which gives us 192 holy damage, and possibly might get a bonus. Yes. Very, very nice. The other wolf is going to attack us, but that's okay. Now this is a terrain ability they place. It caused, I think, characters are silenced and are unable to use abilities when occupying this hex. Lasts for 3 rounds. Do we want to use my guy to keep healing? This makes me leap forward, so if I do this, I'm going to end up in somewhere in that position. I don't quite know if I want to do that. Let me just increase attack power on... Oh, I can't increase on one of my buddies. I think I'm just going to wait and do an attack a little bit later. So he cannot use any of his abilities because he's silenced. That's okay, let's just use a regular attack on the wolf then. And now I'm going to... You know what? I am going to leap forward, I think. Let's leap forward and do a big attack on this one. And then the girl is going to move to the opposite side of the wolf, which is going to give us a bonus and allow us to finish him off. So now there's only one wolf left. Now we gotta watch out for the fact that Ru does not get hit, because if Ru doesn't get hit, his ability can still apply and he can still heal up any adjacent allies. So if we move away, the wolf will get an attack of opportunity, so we don't want that. Instead, I think we're gonna move like this way, so we get a flanking bonus, and we'll use a regular attack on the wolf. Then we're gonna use a regular attack here as well. And the girl is going to move... Actually, she could hit him as well. I could also heal up my ally, I think. Yeah, let's just use a regular attack with her. That's fine. Right. Now we're going to move... Okay. We're going to wait with Ru because we want him to go after the girl. Actually, no, we just want him to stand next to my melee fighter, my main guy. So this allows us to do that. And the reason why we're doing this, because he should give him the healing. I think, actually, I guess maybe it's at the end of the turn and that doesn't apply yet. I don't know. We didn't actually get the healing, but that's okay. Now, as you can see, time also elapses if you're in combat. So we might get a negative effect from that. Now, let's move this way. If a character becomes injured, you can use Bandage to stabilize the injury. This will stop any bleeding and minimize negative effects. We're going to use, actually, the healing potion, because if you heal in combat, the problem with that is that it's going to take your action, so we definitely don't want that to happen. A lone satchel catches your eye on the ground ahead. It may contain something of worth. So I actually know that it contains bandages, and I don't think it's worth taking our time, so we're just going to keep moving ahead. I'm going to try to scout this, so we can see... Okay, so it took us too much time. Your party struggles to even keep their eyes open. Alas, you must press on. One random party member begins combat in the sleep condition. That's not ideal, but we'll try it. We're almost out there, just a little farther. Okay, so now it's time to do the boss fight. The exit should be just ahead of you, but more demons barred away. You'd hope these caverns would provide a respite from the horrors these refugees have already endured, but it seems few places are truly safe during the scourge. Right, so we're fighting against Tormentor is 1000 HP, and Temptress is 822 HP, and also Maturcharian. Alright, so it seems like unfortunately my melee warrior is actually the one who doesn't have an attack. Now we could move forward and try to attack them, and I think we're gonna do it. So let's move forward with my healer, and she will use Holy Barrage, deal 220 holy damage to 3 targets in a horizontal line. That's not worth it because there's no one behind him, so let's just use this. 192 holy damage against a single target. Just gonna do, yeah, 233 damage at the Tormentor. That's fantastic. When they're staying behind each other, so we might be able to use the barrage damage pretty soon. I'm gonna move Ru forward as well, and he's going to use What is this? Inflict 10 spirit damage. Yeah, we don't care. We're gonna use the healing trance on him. We might be able to help out some of our guys if they manage to stand next to him, and if the enemies choose to not attack Rue, which we're gonna hope for. Yeah, it seems like they're going for her. She's actually pretty good for me right now. She's going to move down. Actually, no, she should use... Wait, who am I playing with? Yeah. She should be using the Holy Barrage. This allows me to hit them both, which is very beneficial. It does mean she's not moving away, but she does get healed because of Rue, which is great. Oh, he teleported her away, seriously? That's just being mean. I think we'll move up here. And we'll try to use... Wildfire. Return to Cinder. All these abilities are good for us right now. Let's, Can I just keep moving? I can't. I guess we'll place a Wildfire. Oh, this is really... I made a mistake with the placement. Let's try to place something, a mark there, and like maybe they'll choose to go that way. We don't really know. I don't think they will, but we'll try. They're all hitting her, which is not great. She also can't step away, because if she does that, she will get hit. So she's just gonna... Actually, she could step away a little bit. She could go... No, she can't step away from the wolf that spawns, so she'll just heal herself and stand on the position. They'll hit her again, but not as much as we're hitting her for. Now, I'm going to push the Tormentor. Wait, I want to push him. Yeah, we're going to push him at the fire. Great, so this did some nice damage to him. And then I'm going to move to this position with my melee guy, and he can also do a target 2 cells. So this should allow us to kill off the Tormentor, I believe. Yes. Tormentor's dead. The Temptress and the Wolf are not. Or Charian, I think is the proper name. But at least we killed this guy. Okay, she's getting hit pretty hard. All she can do is really heal herself. I can't really make her do anything. I can't make her leave because I don't want to give them that opportunity attack. It's just not gonna go. I don't know how many turns we still have that healing effect with this guy. So we'll just try to move next to her and hope for the best. And we'll use the Crescent. No, we'll just use a regular attack. Unless... Oh, leap forward and strike the enemy 3 times. Yeah, let's try that then. Good. And then we'll move over here with my last guy. And use Infernal... Yeah... Ooh, Crossfire to adjacent diagonal. No, that's not gonna work. So let's just use... Blazing Lance. Sure, let's do it. She's dead as well. So we only have the Charian waiting. Oh, and now he stepped into the spirit damage, so he's gonna gain damage. And I think that healing actually worked for us. Not 100% sure, but I do think we hit it. Let's use strike an opponent twice, teleporting behind their location and pushing them onto your current position. We don't want that. We'll just use a regular... You know what? We'll use another Fist of Fury, because we can. And then... Regular attack. My main guy, that's fine. And we'll just keep making sure that he's standing next to everybody else. Should be able to finish off this wolf pretty easily. Yeah, he's dead. Got some healing potion as well. Nice. Finished off the boss fight. Or an elite fight, or whatever that was. A faint ray of light can be seen up ahead, motivating everyone to quicken their pace ever so slightly. You pause as you round the next corner, allowing your eyes to adjust to the sunlight flooding through the opening that leads towards the surface. The civilians behind you all breathe a collective sigh of relief, though all are well aware that the journey is not over yet. We'll take a moment. We have some time. Right. Oh, actually, we can use the potions, just in case there might be like a combat later. We don't really know. So let's use some more. Let's kind of heal up everybody. Oh, okay, now we're gonna leave the area. Now we explored 87% of the cave, and we have gotten some XP, I guess. Let's click continue. We've gotten some money as well, and we have that one bandage. Okay. Right. You emerge from the cavern and a few of the refugees hesitantly approach your party, offering their nervous gratitude and appreciation. You give them a faint smile before shifting your focus to the outstretched plains before you. The city of Heastenholt is still a few days out, but you're hoping the worst is behind you. Right. We should head to the Heston to complete our contract with the Vanguard. As the cavern travels to its destination, time will progress. Click on the city to embark. So we should go to Heaston, so let's do it. Confirm. Just gonna start moving. As you approach the main road, you spot a few well-equipped figures in the distance confronting a lone warrior. Though you cannot make out what is being said, things appear to be rather heated. Let's take a closer look, yeah. What's happening? You approach the parties and both sides take notice of you. The large group are clearly outlaws, unsurprisingly trying to take advantage of these desperate times. Standing against them is a lone Valkyrie who has the look of a capable fighter, but the odds are against her. When the outlaw stares ahead in your direction, raises his weapon toward you. You lot should mind your own business and just walk away, unless you care to join this one, in the ground, that is. I won't go down easily, and I figure I can take at least a few of you with me. She could use our help. To arms. Let's go help her. We're here to help. Trash like this deserves a painful death. Chosen to die, huh? The man signals to his companions with a slight nod as they shift into fighting formation. Well, don't you worry. We'll take really good care of your possessions. Oh, you mean of my one bandage? I don't think you're gonna care much for my one bandage. Alright. My healer... Okay, we could move closer and try to attack them? Sure. She's gonna use her cleansing light. Go on. Wow, they have 900 HP, that's quite a bit. Now, you just kind of step behind and use your healing ability, because I like it quite a bit, so let's just do it. Oh, we've got a guy with a bow. Good, but he didn't hit the one that we care about, which is good. What can you do? End her turn, passes it to an ally, allowing them to act next. Gain 20% increased defense. Teleports an ally to the safest spot behind the Valkyrie. Fly to an empty cell along a horizontal path, dealing 232 piercing damage to all targets she passes through. Well, that's interesting, but right now I think we just gotta move closer. Deal 184 piercing damage against 1 or 2 targets in horizontal line. Can really use that. Ends her turn and passes it on an ally. How does that work? So if I tell you to go, can you go twice? Let's test that out. So we'll move him ahead and use his Infernal Pillar to attack them both. Is this considered like his turn? Oh, so it just means that his turn moves forward, so I don't think that was overly helpful for us right now. But it was interesting. Right. No, actually he does go twice. So this could be also interesting. Let's do the fire thing, because every 2 turns the fire will spread in that direction. That seems like an interesting idea. I think we'll move my healer... Actually, we're not going to move him forward. We're just going to use a regular attack on this one. We'll just focus all our attacks on the same person. I think that's the most beneficial. Okay. Now the Valkyrie. She can swap positions with somebody. Deal 184 damage against 1 or 2 targets in a horizontal line. So if you move her here and then swap, does swapping and certain, either way we'll do it. Just get her ready because she can use some really cool attacks like that. Okay. Wildfire. Okay. We're gonna move him. No, we can't move him because we need him to heal up. So let's what do we do really? You know what? We're gonna ignite a single cell over now. Let's put Pyromania on the Valkyrie because if she can use a really cool ability, it could do some nice damage that way. Alright. My healer is going to use... Ooh. If she were to move here, could she use an attack like upwards? No, it has to be in a straight line. So let's just use unholy damage. against this one, the Blade Dancer. He didn't seem to heal everybody, I'm not quite sure. So let's channel the healing one more time. I really want to make sure that he heals everyone. Alright, now the Valkyrie should use her attack up to 3 targets in an arc. Oh, it's because we killed everybody else. Okay, fine. That was a bit of a... So it took us like forever to get into position and we just killed the enemy. It's like, oh, that's a bit of a waste there, but okay. Yeah, so heal them all up. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to use a regular attack. I don't think we need to use anything special just yet there. You two also just use your regular attacks. As long as Aru is healing them, it should be fine. You just... wait. Okay. We'll keep hitting this enemy. This healing really... it says it's supposed to go for 5 turns, but it really only goes for 1 turn. Which is quite disappointing. In which case we can just move forward and actually let him do regular combat, because I thought this worked a bit differently, but it's okay. I'm gonna let my healer just heal him up, just sort of manually, so to speak. And you move forward and hit the enemy as well. And then the Valkyrie is gonna do the same. Finish off the enemy. Okay. So essentially, I think, yeah, it just does it once. Oh, we've got some good stuff though, so we definitely need to make sure we equip ourselves. Your attention is diverted by the distinct thunder of galloping horses, and you turn to see a group of riders fast approaching, bearing the vanguard sigil. An officer pulls up nearby, dismounts, and walks toward you with purpose. There you are. I was fearing the worst when you didn't arrive on time. He looks behind you, surveying the refugees you've been escorting. Looks like you've been through hell, but at least you've kept these people safe, and for that I thank you. Come, will accompany you to Hestenhold and get your payment sorted. There's another matter we could use your help with, but we'll discuss that later. You return to your caravan and set off once again towards Hestenhold, pulling closely behind the contingent of vanguard soldiers. Things are likely to get worse soon enough, but for now everyone in the company is grateful. Alright, so this was the end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write down the comments, and you can click on the right to watch some other turn-based combat games. I'll see you there. Bye bye!